What is up? Welcome in to the Early Edge powered by the Almighty SportsLine. I'm your host, Allan Bell, and we have a fantastic show lined up for you this Friday morning. Before we get to that, let's take a look at how we did yesterday. And I'm not going to lie, it was solid. I was looking on Twitter, and everybody in the crew was just banging out winners left and right. 3 side plays from the jeweler coming through. Johnny B with the Tigers coming through. Coach, I think this is like 6 out of 7 for him. I don't want to jinx the dude, but he's throwing a one-hitter right now. He's looking sharp. Micah coming through with the Warriors. Allie coming through. Cardinals, Marlins under 7.5. M squared with the donkey hitting last night, and Prop Stars with his cat play as well. So it's fantastic. But you know what? As the Navy SEALs say, the only easy day was yesterday. We got to do it again. Let's bring in the stars of the show. Allie O'Neill, how we doing?
I'm doing well. Happy to be here today.
You know what, Allison? We're happy to have you here. It's fantastic. Johnny B, what's up, man?
What's up, AB? It's going to be a good weekend, good Friday today. I can feel it.
It is. It is. M squared patrolling the streets of Nashville, keeping all of us safe and pockets full of money. How we doing, man?
Doing well, buddy. Good to see you guys. Happy Friday here. Beautiful slate of baseball games. And, of course, the NBA today. Fired up. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's a great one. It's a great weekend, a really great sports weekend. Let's get into the storylines that affect the betting lines for today. And M squared, I'm going to come right back at you, man. It's nice here in Nashville, and it seems like it's nice in some parts of the country. Others, it is not. Talk to me about weather, hitting conditions. What do we need to know?
Yeah, only really one spot that's got some dangerous weather in terms of playing baseball. It's going to be the Chicago Cubs game with Pittsburgh. I think they get it in. Looks like most of the weather is going to come in the second half of the game, but just something to note there. Around minus 40% decrease, about a 40% decrease in overall home run production projected in this game, just with the weather conditions that we have, wind blowing in, pretty common at Wrigley Field at this point. About 15% overall hit to the overall scoring. Milwaukee and Philadelphia minus 10% hit to all scoring in that game. 10% increase in scoring in the Washington Nationals San Francisco Giants game. Could be an interesting spot to look at a Giants team total, as they're the road team with a guaranteed 9th inning team at bat. Los Angeles Dodgers, San Diego Padres, minus 20% in terms of home run production, minus 10% across the board in run scoring.
Nice. I always love we get a good weather report out of it. Now, correlating that, Allie, coming over to you, MLB unders. Talk to me. What do we need to know?
Yep. So I know I've talked about just teams that are just kind of the general rate of teams that have been going under, but I have a couple of the specific ones. So the Orioles, so far, depending on the book where you get the odds, but 0-11-1 for the under, and then Arizona 3-10, and then same thing with the Yankees. So all three of those teams kind of really good numbers right there. You really don't see a lot of the same trends with the overs yet, just because those unders have been hitting at such a rate. But really, those are the 3 teams, especially the Orioles. None of their games really have gone over yet, so keep an eye out for them.
Nice. You know what? We're going to keep it with Major League Baseball. Johnny, coming over to you, man. Obviously, when we bet baseball, it's a ton of money line plays, right? But we always hear that pitching is very important, which it is, starting pitching. I want to hear about the bullpens, man. Talk to me.
Yeah, so I would just want to talk about how important bullpens are in a money line handicap. But first, I wanted to mention underdogs on Thursdays went 6-4 yesterday, with 2 of the biggest dogs winning. So once again, underdogs rule Thursdays. But how important are bullpens in a money line handicap? Well, knowing which teams need their top relievers available and knowing which teams are bullpen by committee, which teams don't really have a difference between their best reliever and their worst reliever, it also plays into how a manager thinks and how he manages the game. So if he knows his top 2 relievers are unavailable, he might give one of his top players off that day, or he might give a pitcher who's been struggling a save opportunity. So I love to play on or against bullpens, and I feel like I do a good job of knowing how a manager thinks when it comes to using them. So that's why you see money line picks from me 95% of the time. So playing the money line is a good way to use the bullpen knowledge to our advantage.
Yeah, Jeweler, I'm going to go ahead and say that, yeah, we're going to clip that because I want to write all of that down and understand what I'm getting into each day in Major League Baseball. John, that's fantastic. All right, so let's get into our plays for today. But first, before we do, a quick message. And we are back. All right, so we're going to go with, what do we have here? 3 side plays for today. First up, Heat Hawks, 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. We're going to go with the Hawks plus 1.5, courtesy of our man Jeff Hockman. The Hawks return home after committing a total of 37 turnovers in the first 2 games at Miami. He has no problem fading Jimmy Butler and the Heat after 2 very impressive wins at home. Atlanta plays much better on its own court and would expect a top-notch effort in the spot. Roll with the hungry Hawks. We'll take them plus 1.5. Second, we're going to go Suns-Pelicans, 9:30 Eastern tonight. We're going to go with the over 216. It is hitting in 72% of our SportsLine simulations. Third, we are going to go with the Senators and the Blue Jackets of the NHL tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to go Blue Jackets on the money line, minus 115, and it is cashing in 62% of our simulations. All right, so here we go. Like I said, the coach, 6 out of his last 7. So you know what? We're going to let him step up first. Coach, go ahead and let it rip.
Well, I looked long and I looked hard, and we're going to go to the Windy City. 2:20 p.m. Eastern time. First pitch, Pirates and the Cubs. Now, when I look at the last 7 games for both, Pirates, 7, 6, 7, 7, 8, 10, 9. Cubs, 7, 10, 11, 6, 10, 15, 11. What are those? That's the total runs in the games that they have played. Today, it's only 7.5. Take it, and we'll make it, what, 7 out of 8 as we continue to grind, and we grind for you. So, let's keep it positive, and let's keep the show rolling 7 days a week, 365. AB, back to you.
I love it. Coach just makes me smile, man. That's fantastic. I love that. All right, let's get into you guys. M squared. You know what? Again, hey, we just saw Coach. I can't emulate Coach, but we can throw it to you. So go ahead. Give it to me, son.
All right, we're taking the Chicago White Sox minus 105 on the road in Minnesota. I want to pick on Bailey over just a little bit here. So far this season, we're just getting to the point where the data becomes meaningful a little bit here. 267 actual weighted on base average. That's a fine, really good number. However, the expected data from the balls that have been put in play against him, that number is 465 so far, making him the luckiest pitcher in Major League Baseball to date this season. On the other side, Kopech, 205 actual, obviously very, very good. But when you look at the expected number of 295, that puts it right in line with where we expect him to be throughout his entire career. They also welcome A.J. Pollock back to the lineup, which is good because Robert will potentially be out here. This is a great spot for them, though. The lineup is healthy. I like them in this environment. Take the White Sox minus 105 as my simulations make them minus 138.
Nice. All right. I like when we get a little edge there. All right, Allie, you're staying in Major League Baseball. Got one play. Talk to me.
Okay, so today I'm going to go with the Mets on the money line at minus 125. The Mets are starting David Peterson today, and he hasn't allowed a run in either of his starts so far this season. One of them already against the Diamondbacks. And then last season, he made 2 starts against Arizona, and the Mets won both. Diamondbacks, they have Zach Gallen starting. His only other start this season was already against the Mets, and he did do well. And Arizona ended up barely winning 3-2. But today, I still think we see the Mets get the win. They're 10-2 this season, and Arizona is only 5-8. So I'll back the Mets behind Peterson.
Nice. There we go. I like it. Now, our last play. All right, Bollman, coming over to you. And look, let me just say, I didn't see you all's picks when I submitted the AB3 for today, but I think we're all going to enjoy them. All right. So, Bollman, go ahead. What you got, man?
Yeah, so I got Cardinals money line minus 130 versus the Reds. Steven Matz takes on Hunter Green today in Cincinnati. The Reds have lost 9 straight games, and they're now 2-11 on the season. The Cardinals only went 9-10 against the Reds last season, but that was a different Reds team. The Reds are still missing lefty crusher Tyler Stevenson after he sustained a concussion in their last series, and they're still without reigning NL Rookie of the Year Jonathan India. Mike Moustakas is also on the IL. The Cardinals were able to reset their bullpen yesterday, while the Reds have the second worst bullpen in the league. Steven Matz should have success against a Reds team that's ranked 24th in the league in weighted on-base average against lefties, and that was with their best players healthy. Hunter Green is an absolute stud, so I think he will pitch well today, but he's still young, and he doesn't have much help in the bullpen behind him, so I like the cheap price on the Cardinals today.
You know what? I like that cheap price, too. I like the way that you think. Real quick in the chat, George Wilson asked, will there be a live stream show this evening? There will not be. However, I assure you this, my man, George, we will be discussing it on Twitter leading up into the games. And I tell you what, man, we'll figure it out. We'll get it on there. We'll have some fun. We'll do it. But yeah, no show for tonight. All right, Jeweler, if you could bring up the recap for today, everybody grab your paper, grab your pencil. And it does look glorious. M squared, White Sox, money line, -105. Allie is on the Mets, money line, -125. Coach on the Cubs, Pirates, over 7.5. John Bollman on the Cardinals, money line, -130. Our site plays today, Atlanta Hawks, +1.5. Suns, Pelicans, over 216. And the Columbus Blue Jackets, money line, -115. The AB3 today, a nice, healthy +447 to get us started for the weekend. We're going with the Cardinals, money line. We're going with the Mets, money line. And the Bucks, man. The Bucks, you took down a winning AB3 the other night. You owe us one. Bring it to us tonight. We're going to go with those three at +447. Now, that's all the damage that we can do. And if I'm looking at the clock correctly, that's an 11-minute show. All right, that is efficiency right there. We're going to allow everybody to get back to their Fridays. Hopefully, you can sneak out of work a little bit, enjoy some time with your friends, family, whatever it is that you do. But we thank you so much. We will be live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern as usual. Everybody, best of luck today. Let's cash these bets. We'll see you in the morning. Thank you.